Today we're going to look at the important quality of forward looking. I recognize this can be a difficult concept to think and talk about because for a lot of us, our past has been very painful for lots of different reasons. And certainly in marriage, we can have a lot of history with our spouse that can be difficult. But I want to look at a text today from the book of Philippians that really challenges us as godly people that want to honor God with their lives, that we need to be forward looking. So let's go to the text, Philippians chapter 3 and verse 13. Forgetting the past and looking forward to what lies ahead, I strain to reach the end of the race and receive the prize for which God, through Christ Jesus, is calling us up to heaven. So we see this idea from Paul talking about this idea of forgetting the past and looking forward and straining to reach the ultimate goal that we have, which is to be in the presence of our holy God. And so how does that apply then to life? And what does that mean to forget the past and look forward? Does that mean that you just let your spouse off the hook? Does that mean that we're just supposed to forget all the painful things that have happened that have perhaps really shaped you who you are today? Well, the answer to that's no. It's not about just letting someone off the hook. But here's the idea. The main idea for today is that you want to move on from the past and focus on the future. Now, you notice that I didn't say forget, meaning you never look at the past. But what I am saying is that we have to move on from that. We can't be stuck there. So the natural question then is, well, how do you deal with the past in a healthy way? How can I move on without, though, dealing with the real issues? Well, here's three main things I want to say today. First, if you are dealing with your past in a healthy way, if you're moving on and you're looking to the future, you're not going to get stuck. So what you want to do is identify the issues, identify the how, where, when, what of the issues in your life and in your marriage. Identify those and then move towards solutions. Get to the place where you say, these are the things that have really been hurtful to me. How are we going to fix that moving forward? Another way that you need to be healthy then is if you choose to be bitter, you can't be productive. And notice that I put the word choose to be bitter. For all of us, we make choices every day and we can choose to be bitter. We can choose to hang on to our past. We can choose to hang the past over the head of our spouse. But we could also choose to not let bitterness rule the day, and that we can look at the past, learn from it, and then be productive and say, how are we going to avoid that mistake or that situation from happening again? And the last thing is, if you want to deal with the past in a healthy way, choose a forgiving heart. We all make mistakes. None of us are perfect, and certainly in marriage, we all know, especially those of us that have been married for a long time, life happens, yucky things happen, hurtful things happen. And if you want to move through the things from the past to a healthy future, you have to choose a forgiving heart and recognize that you have to extend forgiveness in order to move forward. And if you have these three things working, you really can look at the past as like an educational, informative thing of, boy, we don't want to repeat that again. But the point is that you move from that and focus on the future of saying, so what are we going to do moving forward that's going to help us avoid these mistakes from our past? So take a few minutes, answer these questions in the Talk About It section, and really look at how you are as a couple of being forward-looking and really deal with the issues that are holding you in the past.